Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be talking about my vision board for 2022. If you don't know what a vision board is, it's basically anything that inspires you, motivates you, people you care about, maybe goals you want to cross off for that year. So anyways, I'm going to move from left to right here down the vision board. I'm just going to point to the picture and talk about, what it is, what it means to me, whether it's a goal, somebody I love or care about, something like that of that nature. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. At the very top here, this is Norman Reedus. Norman Reedus is one of my 3 favorite actors. He's really big into art. I've actually been listening to a couple podcasts on him. He's just really inspiring. He seems like he has endless amounts of creativity, and it's just really inspiring to hear somebody like that. You may also know him as Daryl Dixon on The Walking Dead, one of my favorite TV shows. Moving down the line here, we have my buddy Tyler and his girlfriend Alana. Those 2 people are just really important to me because we've been friends forever. I've known Tyler for 5 years now, something like that. He's always had my back, always been a caring friend, always been really nice to me and supportive of whatever I'm doing, especially drums. He was there in the early days, when I started playing drums, and he had a background in marching, so he was really assistive and just helping me get on my feet and get started playing drums. Moving to the right here, Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters. This one just got added recently because he just passed away. This one I kind of put on here because not only is it a huge motivation, because Pretenders was one of my favorite songs from them. I remember dancing to it in the kitchen at a young age. He's a motivator because he's a great drummer, and it's also a reminder to me to be conscious that every day is not promised and that tomorrow could be your last, and just to give it your all and be very humble of everybody around you. So that one's a really important one to me that just got added recently. To the right here, this is Matt Greiner from August Burns Red. He's on there because I met him in person. He's such a cool dude, very down to earth, very caring and kind. I met him in Chattanooga, Tennessee about a year ago. They were on tour with Fit for a King, Like Monster Flames, and Air. It was a great show. Got to catch up with Matt and talk to him after the show, which was super cool. I was totally fangirling the entire time. To the right of Matt, we have Wyatt Stav. I'm sure many of you know who he is on the platform of YouTube. He does everything from reactions, drum covers. He's been doing a lot of vlogs recently. He's got some stuff on there. He's been doing shows with this artist named TX2. Great dude. I'll put links to all the people on this board. I'll put links to them in the description below, as well as Wyatt. Yeah, great dude. Known him for 3 years. Personally, we talk a lot. He's given me a lot of great life advice and just really helpful. Getting me started in YouTube, really building something here for myself, for everybody to come, see and watch. So that's been really awesome. So moving over to the left, this one is a goal. So this is Honolulu, Hawaii. I've always been fascinated with Honolulu, Hawaii. I've always wanted to go. I really like volcanoes. I think volcanoes are sick. And then I'm really big in history. So Pearl Harbor and that era of World War II, fascinated with it completely. I read books, watch documentaries, everything to do with World War II. It's just been great. It's also made me really feel blessed in a way that, we don't live in a time like that. That's been really, really cool to understand and study. But yeah, definitely want to hit up Honolulu, Hawaii, hit the beaches for sure. Maybe do some surfing or something. Maybe try that out. Moving to the right, we have 2 very, very special people in my life. This is my mom and dad, Mike and Lisa. They're my mom and dad. I mean, what else can you say? They're 2 really important people in my life that have always been there, and they brought me up and raised me, and just everything they've done for me. I've been really truly blessed to have parents in my life, and I know some kids aren't fortunate enough to have parents. Some kids get a divorce, some kids lose their parents at a really young age. So it's really awesome to still have those people to go talk to when you need advice or you need a helping hand. Moving to the right of my mom and dad, we have Austin Carlisle from Of Mice and Men, one of my all-time favorite bands. I've been listening to them since Restoring Force. In my opinion, really good record. Austin's no longer a member of the band, if you're up to speed on everything Of Mice and Men. But he was really inspirational to me at a young age because he seemed to have dealt with some really, really tragic events in his life. And I related to what he kind of went through on a personal level in some situations. Obviously not with him having Marfan's disease, but he's just one of my favorite vocalists. He's just really inspiring to watch his old videos of his performances and listen to him. There's a video on him, it's called I Am Second. That one's really powerful. Great dude. Anyways, moving to the right of that, we have my sister Leanne. She's my oldest sister. I have 2 sisters. We'll get to the other one later on. She's 25 or 26, I can't remember. She's my sister. Love her to death. We get along on basically every level, and we kind of bounce off each other and help each other out in any way we can. We're siblings, that's what we're supposed to do, right? So moving on to the right, this is a big one for me. YouTube, which you guys are all watching this on, of course. YouTube is a big one for me because this is what I want to do going forward. I just can't think of a day without playing drums and without listening to music, and music is there when nobody else is, and drums are there when nobody else is. So like that's just really powerful alone, those two things, and I could just take it to a whole nother level. But I really want to like build a platform that, you know, everybody can come to and like feel like they're connected with me. They can relate to what I'm going through, they can relate to the music I'm playing, or they can just come to watch me perform drum covers or whatever it may be that I'm offering on the channel at the current time. So yeah, YouTube going forward, definitely going to be a big part of my life. I'm super excited about it. Moving to the right of that, we have another content creator on the platform. His name is Tobines. Actually, I just butchered it. It's actually called Toby Ness. A lot of people just call him Toby. Toby, great creator on the platform. I remember watching like older videos of his, like Bring Me the Horizon. I think it was Ammo or it was a different album, but he covered the whole album and he absolutely killed it. And it was just so inspiring to like watch him just like slay on the drums. Really, really good player. He just did a performance at the UK Drum Show, which I live here in the States, so I didn't get to go watch that, but Toby absolutely killed it. He's a beast. So moving from Toby, we got another goal here. This one is just a picture of a stadium with like fireworks. And the reason I put that on there is because I don't actually play currently in a band. YouTube and covers are really all I do at the moment. And I really want to play stadiums one day. I really want to play like sold out stadiums like Parkway Drive. Just like absolutely kill it on the highest level I absolutely can. And there's really nothing else said to that. So moving to the right of the stadium picture over here, we have another friend. His name is Lance. I've known Lance for 6 or 7 years, maybe a little bit less than that. So the story behind Lance is that 3 or 4 years ago, I got my first job working on cars, which I'm no longer doing, but I got my first job working on cars, and he worked at this body shop next to it, and the body shop is called Certified Collision. We just ended up running into each other one day and talking and really connecting over like working on cars and whatnot. And then turns out he went to school with a few of my friends, and then we all kind of like connected in the center circle, and like I've just been friends with him ever since. And he's always had my back, and then we go out, hang out together, just go on trips, whatever it may be, you know, that's coming up. We're always there to support each other and be friends, and like he's a really great person, so I admire him a lot. He's really important in my life. Moving to the right of that, inside that circle, another person, Brandon, another important person in my life. He's always been there, always cared, always been there to listen, even though I talk way too much, especially about drums and music, you know, but he's always been there to listen about what I have to say or really help me through a situation, or just be there, just be somebody to hang out with and like spend your time with. And that's just really important, especially nowadays, because I feel like people don't connect on a personal level near as much as they should because we have all the technology we have, so that's really important. Moving to the right of that, we have another picture right here. His name is Matthew McConaughey. I'm sure everybody knows who he is. So Matthew McConaughey, my first movie I saw of him was Sahara, and it kind of intertwines with the history thing, you know, World War II era stuff or World War I. That one's actually the Civil War, where they're trying to like discover this ironclad ship or something like that. He plays the role like really well, and his acting skills are just impeccable. Also, he does some pretty badass commercials with like Lincoln cars and stuff, so I just think that's cool. So anyways, really inspiring actor. Moving to the right of that, there's a huge one for me. This is a vocalist of Bring Me the Horizon. I'm sure everybody knows his name, Ollie Sykes. Ollie Sykes is another one of my favorite vocalists for a lot of different reasons. Sempiternal is one of them, by far one of my most favorite metalcore records. I mean, when you say Sempiternal, to me, it's just like the quintessential like metalcore record. There's nothing about it that, in my mind, is not. So, and I've really been like enjoying watching Ollie grow as a vocalist and a musician, just because like they took it from like Count Your Blessings, and then they just took it another level further, and then another level further after that. Like in my personal opinion, I know the comment section ripped me apart, but my personal opinion, I don't think there's any bands out there that can just do things that Bring Me the Horizon is done on their level, because like, actually I take that back. There are bands that can definitely do that. However, Bring Me the Horizon is just one inspiring band that has done it on a crazy level that, you know, it's, if somebody asked me, you know, like what kind of level do you want to do drums on? Like to me, like Bring Me the Horizon level, just because they started at the bottom and they're like a really big band. They're a really iconic symbol in the metal scene or in the pop scene. I mean, they're doing everything now. I mean, they've got like electro, they've got, you know, deathcore, metalcore. I mean, like there's even parts of like indie in their stuff. So really, really cool band. I've admired them for years. I've been listening since Sempiternal. To the right of Ollie is Daniel from Polaris. He's the drummer. I actually got to recently meet up with Daniel and talk to him personally. Finally meet him. It was like a goal of mine that I just crossed off recently, but really inspirational person. So if you're watching this, shout out Daniel. But we met about a week ago at, it was a like Monster Flames, Polaris, Invent, Animate, and Alpha Wolf. And I've been waiting to see Polaris for like 2 years, but huge band in my life, really inspirational. And they just absolutely kill it. All their stuff, everything from their very first EP to their last record, The Death of Me, it's just been absolute fire. And I can't wait to see what the band brings in the future. Moving to the right of that is my second sister, Grace. Grace, she's a sweetheart. watching her grow here recently has been something that I didn't think I would enjoy. She's, she was working 2 jobs at one time, and now she's working 1 job, but she's really hustling, and watching her grow has just been really cool. I love and care about her a lot. It's funny because like growing up, like we didn't get along at all. There's always the one sibling like you never get along with, and that was totally the one we never got along. But like as we've matured and grown older, like it's been really cool to like hang out with her and just care for her. She's just a great person. So moving to the left over here, we have Apex drum kit, because that's what I play. I play a Apex drum kit. I play a 6-piece in this green tint. You'll see it in my next cover if you haven't checked it out on the channel already. So, let me go back on that. Actually, my next cover, back to Austin Carlisle. Restoring Force, You Are Not Alone. Next cover that's gonna be out. I'm super excited. I'm working through that one as we speak. So anyways, yeah, I play drums and it's amazing. So anyways, to the right of that, we have another friend right here. His name is Carter Knoll. I've known Carter about as long as I've known Tyler. I've met Carter through Tyler. Carter's always had my back. Always loved to go like catch up with him and like maybe go out and like have a drink or something. And we really connect on a musical level that not a lot of my friends do. We both like the same music. He's actually the person that showed me Bring Me the Horizon. So shout out Carter. And just like watching each other grow, me on YouTube and him and his job. I know he's pursuing like law enforcement. So watching him really pursue and go after his ambitions and what he wants to do is really, really cool. Moving to the right of Carter, I've got another goal down here. This is a picture from Germany. I'm not exactly sure where it was because I don't know Germany because I want to go there. I think Germany is just cool. And this ties in with like the World War II stuff. I just think it's really, really iconic and it's very cool, and I want to go see it for myself. I really want to go see Germany because I think it's really cool, like the old like buildings and stuff, and like again, like there's probably still remnants from World War II there, so like want to go check that out and see what it's all about, Moving back to the left, I missed one. This is Caleb Shomo from Beartooth. Everybody probably knows who Caleb Shomo is from Beartooth if you listen, and you're in the metalcore scene at all. Caleb is a great vocalist. This is another band that Carter got me into years ago, and I've just been listening ever since, and just watching them grow has been a journey too. I've been really enjoying what I'm hearing. I mean, their new record that came out, it was 2021 or 2020, I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. Great record. It was probably one of my favorite records of that year that came out. And so yeah, Caleb, great vocalist. I can't wait to see what's in store for 2022 because I saw a tweet recently, or not a tweet, like a post, and he said that like there was going to be a shift in some of the band stuff maybe. So that's really exciting to see. I can't wait to check that out for sure. So moving down to the right over here, we have a big one. This is Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, who's obviously sadly no longer with us. Chester Bennington is like one of my like OG like scene bands that like I never got a chance to see, unfortunately, but I've always really cared about Linkin Park, everything. They were like my gateway band. It literally like went from Linkin Park, and then it was like Devil Wears Prada, and it just went from there. So like they're just one of my gateway bands that I really listen to. I like all their stuff. I got all their CDs. Great band, been listening to them for a long time, and I probably never stopped. Moving to the right of Chester, we have Luke Holland, a god. Okay, so Luke Holland is like another one of my favorite drummers. He's just sick. He's just like insane when it comes to drumming. I actually listened to a podcast on him today, and that's been really inspiring as of recent. His background and stuff like that. I'll put a link to all his stuff in the description below, as well as all the other artists that you see on the board. Really, really cool artist though. I can't really put it in the words, but he's just a badass, and that's all there is to it. To the right of Luke, another badass, Matt McGuire, another one of my favorite drummers. When it comes to like pop and like rap and like just Matt just brings it, and he just absolutely kills it every time. I like all his 21 Pilot covers are sick, especially like his Amenity Affliction covers. Those two are sick. I really like those. But yeah, just like really like Luke Holland, Wildstaff, Matt McGuire, like Daniel, like any of these drummers here on the board, like they're the reason that either I wanted to pick up sticks in the first place, or I just won't quit. I'll keep going, because if they can do it, I can do it. That's the mindset, right? So Matt, sick drummer. He's the drummer for the Chainsmokers. Love their stuff. Really been getting into it recently. They just put out like 2 new singles as well, so it's been really cool to watch. I missed a couple over here. So like over to the left here, we have Jamie Helves from Polaris. Back to Polaris. I got to meet Jamie too as well, the same night I did Daniel, both at the same time. Really, really cool dudes. Got to catch up with them and just chit chat, and they're just so down to earth, and it was just really cool to see them and like meet them for the first time. So outside of Jamie, there is Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio DiCaprio is this is my third favorite actor. Why I like Leonardo DiCaprio is because when I think of Leonardo DiCaprio or I see Leonardo DiCaprio on a picture, I just want to laugh because he's hilarious. I've seen a couple movies by him and I just think he's an hilarious actor, and I think it's kind of a reminder to me that like you don't have to take things so seriously. Like it's okay to laugh, it's okay to have fun, that kind of deal, stuff like that. So that would be everything on the board. Yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you liked hearing a little bit about like what I connected with, what I relate with, a little bit of my like personal life kind of deal. And if you'd like to see something else like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment and share, really put it out there. And I'd love to hear what your favorite one on the board was. Maybe do that, drop that in the comments below and I'll check those out and try and connect with you guys further and just like see if we can get a discussion going and whatnot. Anyways, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.